on the video today, I have, in fact, for today's video, I had some incredible thoughts about what I was planning to do. In the last few days, we have been talking about creating a personal brand. And, specifically, this channel is for coaches, consultant, authors, and speakers. So, majority of the content. And of course, we talk about self-improvement and personal development and entrepreneurship, and that's where the content is. That's what this channel is all about. And appreciate you all, some of you who are subscribed to this channel, sending me messages and asking me questions. And yesterday I answered one of the questions that came from one of the subscribers of this channel. So today is an incredible day as I'm sitting here again in the car in a parking lot. In fact, in the Starbucks coffee parking lot, as I'm sitting here, I have an incredible friend and a mentor and a man of incredible vision and some amazing pedigree when it comes to technology and all the achievements he has, who happens to be obviously a subscriber to this channel also. So incredibly lucky that we met in the Starbucks, and then talking about some technology stuff and everything that's happening within the space and all the amazing things that startups are doing and all the amazing in the middle of Silicon Valley. So these are the discussions. So before leaving, before stepping out, I said, would you stop by for a couple of minutes, get into my car, I'll show you my studio setup, and then I'll ask you one or two questions specifically for those people who are on this channel who want some motivation when it comes to career, when it comes to direction, specifically in the technology space, which majority of my subscribers are. So instead of me just doing a monologue today, I thought, why not I put in my friend and an incredible mentor, Mr. Hatinder Chawla, right here. So we are on a hot mic, Hatinder.
Hey.
It's such an honor to have you.
Hey, good to be here.
Yeah.
Fun coffee today.
Fun coffee. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you checking out my studio.
Wow, it's a pretty nice setup, man.
You like it?
Yeah. Yes, incredible.
The simple microphone, simple phone, couple of microphones. Always an honor to spend time with you, Hatinder, and specifically when it comes to technology and and everything else that's happening in the valley. Very rare to find you in a zone when you are your best. But today was one of those days when we are talking about many things, including where. So I will kind of get into my subscriber listener mind, and I'm going to ask you a question.
All right.
With
I
all
don't know
that,
the answer.
you obviously we don't know the answer. We will say we don't have the answer, right? But now that the incredible technology career you had with a master's, with an MBA, with nearly 30 years of working in Silicon Valley and working for some amazing companies, building some amazing products. I'll go to two different extremes and ask you two questions. The first being somebody who is starting out from absolutely nowhere and with so much chaos and so much opportunity also within the chaos. Where do you see, what is your absolute best and ultimate advice for a starter, somebody starting out, making Silicon Valley as the land of opportunity and possibility?
It's exciting. I feel even after these years, I'm still starting out. So as long as you have a spirit of, I'll try it out, I will learn new things, I'll take it from here. Like you may feel that somebody who has been here for many, many years knows a lot more than you, and that is actually not true. And I've seen that for myself. Like technology has changed so many times, and many people lose their careers because they're not learning enough. And so starting is not a big deal. Everybody's starting every year in technology. And if anything, you should be encouraged by the fact that you are bringing a fresh perspective to everything.
Wow.
Like the only thing you get with all these years, you may think it's all the experience and technology, but it's the network, the people. Those last, everything else changes. So what I have with me today is the people I know, and you're an important part of that.
Oh, thank
Like
you.
this relationship, like
Thank you.
this lasts, and similar to this one, many other do last. Everything else changes.
Mm.
So
So you have to, like, as a fresher every time you step into this.
as a fresher, for work, for technology,
Mm.
for projects that we do, it's always you. It's new.
Yeah.
The only thing you
It's
have is the
interesting you say
capability.
that, because every time I turn that camera on and I record a video, have the same level of enthusiasm and inquisitiveness as I'm doing the first recording or first video.
Yeah, that,
Same thing with the radio
yeah,
show also. And I had the honor of having you on my radio shows too. And
that's
uh,
fun.
yeah, oh, people have. I don't know. You never asked me this question, but others have. Don't you get bored with this? You never did. I had other
Mm.
guests who say, "Don't you get bored with this?" In the same, like, been doing this forever. Said, no, I have the same level of excitement. And some people even said, "Oh, every time you come on radio, you're shouting, you're yelling. Why is that?" Well, I come from the AM radio. AM radio,
Yeah.
was always like FM transition was
Mm.
obviously have a better sound and all. But AM, yeah, I like it to have to speak a little louder. By the way, in the radio world, you can see a radio host and the way you listen to them, whether they come from the AM world or the FM world, because you can see the way they speak. So because I come from AM world,
The
I'm a
loudspeaker.
little bit louder. But then my loudness comes from just me being uh, inquisitive, and me being the same person every time, showing up with the thought that what will this show do to me at the end. So that level of newness, as you just said, so that reminds me, I need to go back and start new.
Yeah, it's
That's the you didn't say that to me directly, but you just said it, and you probably said that to many people who are watching this.
there are two examples I'll give you. One, like one of our leadership principles from the business school I studied at, Haas School of Business, was student always, which means you're always learning. One of the Amazon principles is day zero, always.
Day
Every
zero.
day is day zero.
Absolutely.
And that means exactly to what you said.
Yeah.
You start with full passion as if this is your first day.
Yeah.
Okay, that keeps you going. The moment this stops, your love for work will stop.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Yes.
maybe that's time to when you do something else.
Yeah. Yeah. There was this. I think I talked about this on the channel too. But you know, uh, Sunil Gavaskar, cricketer from India, he was asked the question: when did you were already at your peak and you just abruptly decided to retire? What was the reason why you retired? He gave an incredible answer. He said. And how would you know that this is the right time for you to leave, or that was the right time for you to go? His response was, it was right time for me to go, even though he was at the best, right? Then like how would any player know that it is the right time for them to go? And the answer was amazing. He said, right before the lunch, I would look at the clock, how much time to for lunch. And then right before the tea break in the test match, I would like look at the clock and say, how much time for the tea break, when it will come. So when that kind of a thought process kicks in, you know that it's the end of the game and it's time to go for good. That's so I think I had like two questions, but the first question you probably answered the whole thing. My second question was, what's your advice? What's the best and the greatest and the ultimate advice to somebody who has been in the industry for 20, 30 years? Many of the subscribers are in tech industry in Silicon Valley, and they are now put in a situation where they either have to completely reinvent themselves or completely walk away from what they always built their identity with, which was a title and a role and a job and a responsibility and a cadence where they wake up in the morning, go to work 16 hours or 14 hours, whatever they have to put in. What is your advice to them?
Yeah, your title is your ego. It doesn't matter, and the sooner you let it go, the better it is, because it becomes a barrier to your growth. The number of years you're working can become a barrier as well, because you'll carry this ego of, I've worked 20 years, I know more than someone else, and that in many scenarios is not true. In some cases it is true, but in many scenarios that's not true. So both are a problem. Don't carry that baggage. carry what we talked
But
about in
but
the
don't you
first.
think that that level of thinking is also responsible for a heightened self-esteem for an individual to perform, and
Yeah,
it's very contextual, isn't it?
self-esteem is not a title. The more you think your self-esteem is the last job's title, the more you will it will hurt at some point, because one day that title will not be there.
Mm,
Man, if you are in the tech industry, you will have ups and downs, and different companies will have different titles.
mm,
Value add is what you go with. Like, what value am I adding? How am I helping the business, whatever that is? And and sometimes companies expect you to roll up your sleeves. You can be an individual contributor, you can be a manager, like, it doesn't matter. The day you stop producing value, those titles are irrelevant. So I think, yeah, I know people care about it. That's in your resume. You want to see growth, but think about growth outside of title or age, maybe.
mm. Oh, it's amazing. Um, and talking about mentorship, you have mentored how many kids now from your from your university gig, other than the corporate gigs?
uh, University gig being the teaching.
Teaching, yeah.
It depends. There's a lot of short-term mentorship.
Yes, yeah.
Like, those are casual conversations. Hey, something's going on. What do I do? Those are like maybe a couple of meetings, and
Yeah.
they're still mentorships. But long-term mentorships are very few.
Mm. No, but this, no. My question was specifically for kids who are coming to learn, and then you do this. You've been doing that for 7-8 years now, 10 years, nearly 10 years, going through. You see the early potential there, and you see the promise when somebody's starting out, and if you have to look back, the day one you started teaching, and today, as you look at, um, how do you see the the kids coming into these trainings, and where, what kind of potential you see in them, and what kind of mind shift you see in them in terms of career and all that?
Frankly speaking, I don't see a whole lot of shift. They're always students. They always wanted to learn.
Mm,
Like, their use of technology is changing now. Some students have more answers ready, and you can tell, well, this person has been using AI.
mm,
But at their fundamental level, when it comes to understanding, applying knowledge, like, I don't see a major shift in there.
mm,
As far as how they are learning, how they're maybe using AI, you can see a shift there.
mm.
And I think it's true, because fundamentally our brain is the same. We think like humanity has changed. Nothing has changed. We're the same people,
Same
same
people, same.
brains as our parents
Yes,
had.
yes.
And what is changing is around us,
Mm.
how we are maybe getting a few more additional sources of information.
Yep. More stimulated now. More things coming at you. More stimuli coming at you.
More stimulated, sometimes less focused. Like,
Yeah.
there's a good and bad.
Mm.
Like, I could tell that, like, the earlier times when I would teach, like, there was a lot more focus, and you lose some of that focus because now you're just stimulated in multiple levels.
Mm.
So I don't know where this whole thing is, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a little different.
Mm. Wow. So, as you clearly see, we just are warming up, and we have to leave. But any closing comment before I close? Any thoughts?
Oh, good to talk to you guys. Good to be here.
Yep.
In your car.
No, in my car, in my
studio.
studio, my $1 million studio now.
Your $1 million studio.
Yeah, I know, right? With expensive cameras and lights and all that. No,
Yeah, there's nothing here.
you know the two perfections in this, right? One is obviously talking to you, but then getting the right angle in the sun as the sun is setting. This has been a challenge. When I'm recording solo here, I need to drive around, find the spot with no sun and all. I don't use any filters on the camera, so it cannot, kind of contain the sunlight, this brightness and all. So this was a perfect position here to get this going and all that. Love to have you back for a longer conversation. These are all thoughts from my mind, right from the top of my brain. But I probably have to redo one of those interviews we did like 10-12 years ago on radio.
Let's
But
do
bring
that.
back on camera, sit down, and really go through with an agenda.
Yes.
And better to have some questions
Yeah.
from all subscribers.
We'll do a sunrise one. This is the
Sunrise
sunset
one.
one.
That's awesome. And I forgot to say this. Hatinder has an incredible humor too. Opening humor and a closing humor. Okay,
Yeah.
so wonderful, Hatinder. Great to have you. And this was totally unexpected, but then we could do whatever we could do. Hatinder was unwilling to just come on camera and do this. He's like, dude, I'm not prepared for this. Yeah, camera shy. Yeah, but Hatinder, also you also have a actually the teaching part. You have a YouTube channel too.
Not
once upon a time.
Active recently. I was much more active before. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to drop the link in the description section, so you can go check out Hatinder's teachings, his mentoring and coaching and all of that stuff. That's all. Wherever you are, you be safe. This if this was helpful, this conversation, just if you press the like button, then I can reach some more people. But if you subscribe to the channel, I'm here every day. This is a rare occasion where I have Hatinder here, and a few weeks ago, about 6 weeks ago, I had Manjeet also in the car. So I'm going to turn the passenger seat into an interview hot seat going forward, is what I'm thinking. That's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe, and I'll be with you as early as tomorrow. Bye now.
Bye.